Hi there and welcome to the channel. Today I want to have a little chat to you about some budget LED lights. If you've ever looked at beautiful still life photography and thought you need thousands of dollars worth of lighting gear to create it, you don't, not really. Some of my favorite still life images were made with very simple budget LED lights, and today I'm going to show you exactly what I use and why they work so well. And I'm going to run you through just some of the benefits you get from using these LED lights. If you're just starting out with still life photography, this kind of lighting setup can completely change how you shoot. Lighting is everything in still life photography. It controls mood, texture, shape, and depth. The difference between a flat image and something a little more cinematic often comes down to how the light is shaped and controlled. Now, a lot of photographers think they need studio strobes and big modifiers and a dedicated studio space. But the truth is, some of the most flexible lights for still life are actually small LED lights. And the ones I often use are the Neewer LED cob lights. They're affordable, they're portable, they're incredibly easy to control, which means they're perfect for laptop photography. Why LED works so well for still life? One of the biggest advantages with LED lighting is you can actually see what the light is doing in real time. Whereas with flash, you have to take a shot, check it, adjust, reshoot, etc. But with LED light, what you see is what you get. So this makes them perfect for beginners learning how light behaves, photographers experimenting with mood, small tabletop setups, product, food photography, and of course, creative still life. You can literally move the light just a few centimeters and watch how the shadows change. And it's one of the best things about learning lighting with LED. So let's have a little look at a couple of different lights. So this is the 60-watt light, and it comes in this great little carry case. And it comes with everything you need. So there's a diffuser, there's like a magnum reflector, power cables, and this is the little light. So as you can see, it's quite small. So yeah, so it just has a couple little dials on the back, a power button, and an LED screen. It's also got a little thing here so you can drop this down so you can put that on a lighting stand or a little tripod mount or something like that. So these are super easy to use. So this is the HS60C, which means it does RGB color, but I've also got the B, which is bicolor. It just does warm or cool. Looks exactly the same, but the C is for color. So if you are looking for perhaps using gels and things like that inbuilt, then the color is a good way to go. But the bicolor, which is just warm and cool, is a fantastic option if you want something even a little bit cheaper and you don't plan on doing anything fancy with colors, or you're happy to put your own gels on, then this is the way to go. So this is the HS60C. So it's a fabulous little light, and you can just clip the reflector on like so, and then it's got this little dome diffuser that fits over the top as well. I believe you can run a battery pack into it, although I must admit I haven't got that far on it, but there is a cable there for the power. So I believe that you can run a battery pack on that. So that's that one. The next one I want to show you is this one. So this is the MS150C, and I absolutely adore this light for a variety of reasons. So the HS60 that I showed you, and they've got different, so they've got CB, HC, HS, MS, different ranges, so check it out. So the other one was 60 watts. This is a 150 watt. So we're getting quite a bit more power into it now. So that's it there. So it's quite a bit bigger than the other one, probably twice the size at least. And this is 150 watts. So there's the panel on the back. Same again, easy to use. You plug the power into here, or you can run it off batteries, I believe. I just use power because it's just easier. You've got an on-off switch, and you've got a small LED panel. It comes with everything that you need, including, and this is a big part which I find is very important. So this is a little adapter, and it's got a little diffuser and scrim that sits on. So you just take your little protector off, and that just clicks on like that. So that's a little mini Bowens mount. But most of my soft boxes and things are the big full Bowens mount. So this little guy here is your Bowens mount adapter. And it just clicks on like so. And now I can add any of my strip boxes, soft boxes, beauty dishes, whatever, to this. And I can use it not only for still life and portraits and product photography and anything else I could think of. So it is fabulous. If I am using it for portraits, I would probably use it as a key light or a hair light, not a main light, but for still life, because it is so much smaller, then this is the way to go. It is a little bit more expensive, obviously. If you can afford it, it's definitely well worth the money. For me, I love this. I used to use the little HS60, and I do still use it in workshops and things like that, or if I'm working in really confined space. But for me, this is the way to go. Absolute gold. So they're the budget lights I use. They're affordable, they're compact, and they're surprisingly powerful for their size, and they're perfect for still life work. What I really like about them is the adjustable brightness, the adjustable color temperature, the lightweight and ease to position of each of them. So they usually have a little stand, or you can put them on a lighting stand, whatever. They run cool, which means that they're great for food and delicate setups. They're not blasting away and melting ice cubes or chocolate or killing flowers or whatever. So they're fabulous for that. And they really are perfect for small tabletop scenes. For still life, I usually don't need massive power anyway, because the subjects are small and usually the camera's on a tripod. So I don't have to worry about, you know, needing to get that intense burst of light that you would get with a strobe or something like that. And that means you can shoot a slower shutter speed, because once you've got your scene set up, it's not going anywhere. It's not moving. So one of the biggest mistakes that beginners often make is lighting everything evenly. They light the entire scene and it's flat and bright, and they lose the drama. Still life often looks better when parts of the scene fall into shadow. So don't be afraid of dark areas, and using one light means that you can move it around. So you can have it on a 45-degree angle, side on, even backlight. You can have it on top. You can have it coming from underneath. You can play around, and you can create mood and depth with your shadows by moving the light around. Another great reason why these small LEDs work really well. They are so maneuverable. Budget lighting can actually be better for learning, especially when you're starting out. You've got to buy cameras and lenses and all the rest of it. Expensive gear can often make things harder, not easier. And if you start simple and understand your lights like you will with LED lights, you're not just relying on the equipment trying to do things. So LED forces you to think about direction, distance, softness, shadows, and that's where you can really start to develop your still life skills. Another LED light that I wanted to show you is this. So this is a magnetic light stick, and it's only sort of, I don't know, not even 30 centimeters long. And it is truly fabulous because you can use it to light small things up. You can put it on a little stand just off to the side. I've got a bigger version behind me. So this is the 90 centimeter light wand, but you can get a little one, which is much cheaper and is perfect for your still life setups. So it looks a little bit like this. And they are fantastic and they're magnetic, so you can put them on metal and things like that. So amazing. If you're after something really versatile, they're also RGB, so you can change all the different colors. Just showing you this one. Currently I've got it set on blue. With just a touch, I can change it to whatever color I want. So that's pretty cool. So I love the light ones, and there's no reason why you can't use them for still life. You don't have to have the fancy colors. You just could have them white, and you can do bi-color, so warm or cool, like I did with the other LED lights. So these are battery operated as well, which is another really good point. You can plug them into power, but having battery operated means that they're completely, you can go off grid and you can really have a wonderful time with them. Of course, I'm going to put the links below for these products. Go check them out. There are other brands and things like that you can go through, and I might go through and show you some flashes and things I use as well. But I just thought I'd cover off these 3 basic lights, which are just perfect for still life photography. So if you're interested in still life, don't feel like you need a huge studio to set up to begin with. A couple of simple LED lights, or even just one, a tabletop and everyday objects can go such a long way in creating some beautiful still life. Some of my favorite images have come from the simplest setups. And once you really understand how to shape light, you realize that all that fancy gear matters far less than you think it does. So if you haven't always got access to natural light, using artificial light means that you can shoot at any time of the day or night, or literally anywhere that you'd like to go. If you enjoyed this video and want more still life tutorials or lighting ideas and creative tabletop photography tips, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up as well. And I'd love to know in the comments what lights you are currently using for your still life photography. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on YouTube. Bye.